In today's video, I'm doing a chatty get ready with me, updating you guys on my New Year's resolutions and goals, and also doing an in-depth eyeshadow tutorial on the Catrice the Electric Rose palette. Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Friday, Junior. If you are new here, my name is Julie, and I'll help you find the best affordable beauty and drugstore makeup products. I'll show you how to enjoy your current makeup collection and help you to become more confident and elevate your beauty from the inside out by teaching you my best makeup techniques and sharing with you my most valuable life lessons. So if that resonates with you, you should subscribe and stick around. To prime, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I've really been enjoying this. I do feel like it helps my foundations to last longer, and it just feels so nice on the face, like nice and moisturizing, but not too moisturizing. I don't see it minimizing my pores a lot, like maybe just like slight pore minimizing. It's not like a pore filling primer. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Revlon Color Stay, and this is the combination oily skin formula. Then I just blend that on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going in with my dampened Wet n Wild makeup sponge, and then I'm just going to blend that. So in today's video, I thought that I would do a little like chatty update, letting you guys know how my New Year's resolutions are going so far. Because, you know, people make those New Year's resolution videos and goals, but then might not necessarily really update you with how things are going. And I had one of you guys ask me how my goals are coming along, like how things are going. So I figured I would do this video to update you guys. But so far, like my first goal was to give up alcohol this year. And I have been successful with that goal. It's like the longer I go without it, the easier it is for me not to even think about it, or like, you know, like think about it whenever we go out to dinner or hang out with, or like when I go to hang out with friends. Sometimes when I go to hang out with friends, it is a little bit more challenging. But like I said, I feel like the longer I go without drinking, the easier it gets. And maybe for some, that's like the opposite, but I don't even think about it much anymore. One of my other goals was to read through the Bible in 1 year, and I'm using this, it's the Bible app from like Uverse or something like that, I think is the company that does the app. But I will link that app down below if you are curious to read through the Bible, or they also have like other like Bible study programs through that app. But it's super useful when reading through the Bible in 1 year because it breaks it down for you. Like you can just like read it yourself, or it has a feature where it will read it to you like audio, and then you can follow along in the app, and it breaks it down each day so that you can cover it for the whole year. Just going in with a Catrice Under Eye Brightener. And then for my concealer, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. But yeah, I've been successful with that. That app just makes it so easy, and it just kind of becomes part of your morning routine. Like you can listen to it like while you get ready, or you can have a specific, you know, time in the morning where you just sit and listen to it, which is usually what I do, or sometimes I'll like walk and listen to it, which is another great way to like, for me to get like my 10K steps, and also like it's like doing two things at once. Then another goal was to meditate and do gratitude journaling daily. And this goal I haven't done every single day this year, but I would say that I have, like maybe on the weekends I'm not as successful with this goal, because during the week it's like I have my routine, so it's easier for me to stick with things. But sometimes on the weekends, you know, we have other things going on, or I might get like sidetracked when I wake up with some other things that I want to do, like maybe catching up on like YouTube or like doing laundry or whatever. So, but in general, I would say 80% of the time I've been able to journal most mornings. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids with my e.l.f. eyeshadow primer, but I use Headspace to help me with my meditation, and they also have a program on there. They have like several different ones. Like you can do meditations for like stress or anxiety. I don't know. They just have like a bunch of different programs, but they also have one that's like 365 days of meditation. So it's kind of like the Bible in 1 year, sort of like it has a plan for you every single day to meditate. And that's the one that I have been doing. So it does kind of help me stay a little bit more accountable and gives me like more of a goal to work towards. So that's the way that I've been successful so far with that goal. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Clear Lash and Brow Mascara, and I'm just going to brush my eyebrows up. But did any of you guys set any goals or New Year's resolutions, and have you been successful with your goals? Like, what helps you to stay on track? I mean, I definitely feel that if I have a plan, it helps me to stay on track more. Just like those daily devotionals, or like with the Headspace app, how it has set out programs for you. Then I'm setting everything with my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. I almost forgot to set my face today. And then I'm taking a little bit of this on this triangle sponge and just using that to set the under eyes. Off camera, I went ahead and filled in my eyebrows with my L'Oreal Prep and Shape Pro Kit in the medium to deep shade. And then I was just going back through my eyebrows with this e.l.f. Lash and Brow Clear Mascara. Okay, and then for the face, I'm going to bronze up with the NYX High Definition Blush in Taupe. For my blush, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in Suave Mauve. And then to highlight, I'm going to use the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. I just wanted to go ahead and tell you guys what I was using because I'm going to be talking a lot and I didn't want to interrupt my flow. Okay, so the next goal that I had set out for myself is to strength train Monday through Friday. And that is probably the one goal. I'm just using the e.l.f. cream and powder face brush, and I'm going to use this little side here if you're curious. But it's like no surprise. That is the one goal that I'm struggling with the most. And I think now that I've had some time to actually try to hit that goal, I mean, I've been trying to hit 5 days a week, but it seems like most of the time I hit either 3 or 4 days out of the week with working out. And I know in the past for myself that like strength training 3 days a week is like the sweet spot for me. And sometimes if I strength train more, I get kind of burnt out, or I just feel like my recovery suffers a little bit. So I think I'm going to back off that goal, and instead of trying to work like strength train 5 days a week, like Monday through Friday, I'm going to try to just do 3, maybe 4 if I'm really feeling it. But like I said, I don't want to overdo it where I burn myself out. And that is the thing with like these New Year's resolutions and goals. Like, sometimes you set them, and then once you start implementing them, you realize that the goal is a bit too like overzealous, or it's a bit too lofty to hit. And sometimes people don't like adjust their goals. They keep trying to hit what they originally set out to do. And then, you know, you keep coming up short and not hitting the goal. And then you kind of start beating yourself up, and get mad at yourself for not hitting the goal, but you know, sometimes like with your life, it's just not realistic to hit certain goals that you set out for yourself, and that if something's not working, like figure out something else that's gonna work for you that you can do consistently. And I think that's the goal with a lot of like fitness goals, is you might have an idea of what you want to hit, but then, like I said, once you start actually implementing it, you kind of realize like, okay, yeah, that doesn't really work with my schedule, or it seems like I always have at least 1 or 2 things come up during the week, and so it's unrealistic for me to work out 5 days a week. And then, you know, maybe later on, so you adjust your goal and you start working out 3 days a week, and then maybe later on you can start to work out 4 or 5 days a week, and it's not an issue, and you're able to hit that goal. So with goals, you know, sometimes you have to reflect and reevaluate and make adjustments. So yeah, with strength training Monday through Friday, I've decided that I'm going to go down to strength training 3 days a week. And with that, you know, I have like a workout plan that would work for 3 days a week. Always with any of these goals, definitely plans help to keep you accountable and keep you on track. Okay, so another goal was to hit 10K steps a day. I have not been doing the best with like tracking to see if I'm actually hitting that goal, but I feel like I am hitting that goal. I'd have to look at my Fitbit app to see if I'm truly hitting that goal most days. But I did get a walking pad for my desk, so like when I'm editing videos and things like that, I can walk on the treadmill like slowly, so it will help me get my steps in, or you know, things like that. And I try to walk on like at least once or twice during the day, just like carved out time where I walk like 30 minutes. It usually takes me about an hour and a half to hit 10K steps. So sometimes I'll just like break that down into 3 different 30-minute walking sessions, and that really helps me. So one of my other goals was to eat 3 balanced meals a day, and I kind of also adjusted this goal as well, because my main reason why I wanted to eat 3 balanced meals a day is because I felt like I was just snacking too much. And not that I need to lose like a ton of weight or anything like that, but I've definitely gained some weight since being laid off, just because I'm not maybe moving quite as much, or I'm not really sure. Like my clothes have just gotten like so much tighter than they were whenever I was like going to work all the time. And I do not want to buy new clothes. So I just want to like cut back so I can lose the weight so that I don't have to buy new clothes. But I kind of realized in the 3 balanced meals, like as long as I eat 2 balanced meals and then more of like a lighter balanced snack during like the afternoon, like around lunchtime, that seems to work the best for me. And it also has been helping me not to snack as much. I have been trying to up my protein, which is probably also helping me since I have been working out like strength training. Whenever I do purposefully strength train, I do want to eat like more protein to help my muscles with recovery. So I have been having like more like a protein shake, or you know, just trying to make sure that I'm eating, either throw in some extra egg whites with my eggs, or make sure I'm eating a little bit more like protein with my meal, like have a little bit more chicken or like whatever it is that I'm eating that's like the protein source. So with today's video, I also wanted to do a more in-depth tutorial with this Catrice, the Electric Rose palette that I showed you guys in like my trying hot new makeup, or like full face of hot new makeup video. And I know that this palette is not a super new product, but it's new to me. And I feel like Catrice doesn't really get that much love anymore on YouTube just because it's a little harder to find, to purchase. Like Ulta doesn't carry it anymore. And really the only places I have found that you can buy Catrice is either on Catrice's website or on Amazon. So I did buy this off of Amazon, but first I'm trying to decide here. First I'm going to go in with this shade here. I feel like my camera is so bright. The shade here in my crease. And I'm just blending that in with my Sigma E25 blending brush. But yeah, so that's basically my update on all of my New Year's resolution goals. Those were all the goals that I set out to hit. And then kind of like my other goal, my main like word of the year for 2024 is contentment. And that's kind of like the overarching theme or thing that I want to accomplish in 2024 is to just be content. Like content with in all areas of my life. And I do feel like my first few goals with reading the Bible every day and journaling and doing gratitude journaling and meditating, I feel like those things really help me to focus on the things that I have currently in my life that I'm grateful for, instead of constantly be thinking of things that I want and or feel like I need in my life that really I don't. I mean, like that one is a work in progress and that one is definitely going to take some time. I'm going to go in with this matte white in this palette and I'm going to use this as my brow bone highlight. I'm going to take a little bit of the shimmery color in this palette and use that also on my brow bone. It's like I want a little bit of a shimmer there, but not too much. Just slightly apply that. But the quality of this Catrice eyeshadow palette is so good. I really like this. Like I really want to get the other ones in this line because this one is just, it's so good and it's super affordable. Like this little palette was $7. Next I'm taking the shade here in the Morphe M441 and I'm just focusing that shade more directly into the crease. Like I want that pink shade to kind of peek above this one and this one to just kind of darken up the crease a bit more. I'm going to take some more of that shade on a pencil brush. This is the Sigma Pencil E30 and I'm going to run some of that shade here on the lower lash line. I'm going to go in, I think with the shade here, I'm just going to pat that on like this last half of my eyelid and I'm using my Wet n Wild small concealer brush. I'm going to use some of this dark brown now. I'm going to pat that just right out here on the last like little third of the eyelid and leave some of that darker mauve peeking through. I just want to make this like extra defined out here. And then I'm going to go back and kind of blend this darker shade. And I'm going to take this sort of up in the outer V. So I just kind of like pull it up like this and then pull it over. I got just the tiniest amount of that dark brown on this brush. And I'm gonna lightly blend that up and over. I don't want to take it too high. Then sometimes I just kind of look straight on and pull this over. It's like my eyes are not really hooded. I've mentioned this before. It's like more deep set, but Sometimes it is almost hooded over here because it is so deep set. So it's like I have to kind of like look and make sure that that darker color is pulled up high enough so you can see it. I'm gonna take this color here, kind of like a rosy taupe color, and I'm gonna put that on the front part of the eyelid. And I'm just using a flat shader brush. This is a Jane Ardell Deluxe shader brush. And kind of take it up a little bit. Up in the crease slightly. And I'm going to put that over top, slightly over top of that other shade. And I might actually grab some of this shade here because I feel like that needs to be blended. And put that over top of that darker mauve shade. And then in the very inner corner, I'm grabbing that shimmery cream and I'm going to put that right here in the inner corner. Then I'm taking some more of that dark brown on this pencil brush that I used earlier, and I'm gonna just lightly put some of that just right in the last little third of the lower lash line, connecting it to that dark shade up top. I've been so into mauve eyeshadow looks lately. I don't know, this palette is just the perfect mauve eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and mist my face with my makeup setting spray, and I'm just using the Urban Decay All Nighter. I went ahead and did my mascara and my lips. I used the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High in True Brown. I feel like a brown mascara pairs really nicely with this palette. And I used the Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon in Trust Your Gut, and I topped it with the Burt's Bees Lip Shimmer in Peony. I hope that you guys enjoyed this chatty get ready with me, and also featuring the Catrice, the Electric Rose palette. If you did enjoy this, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye. Mwah.
You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art.